guys, I'm Miss Grogan.
I'm Abigail.
And we are here to have our very first broadcast for the Thespian Society.
Mm-hmm.
And it's directed by the amazing Riley Gibbs, who's a senior here. But Abigail, you are a
freshman at the school.
Right, so this is your first year with us.
Mm-hmm.
And normally we'd be in the midst of our second theatrical production, but given COVID, we can't do that right now.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to make sure that people like Abigail and Riley and all of our students get the same opportunities that they normally would, just in a different way. So Abigail, what are we trying to do with this? What is our goal?
Our goal is to be able to experience what we would be able to if we didn't have COVID, but obviously using the safety rules and such.
So we're doing this on film, alone in the auditorium. No one's here getting contaminated, right? You and I are standing 6 feet apart. You're cool. And so while we're doing this, we're still fundraising. So if you want to donate, that link will be at the end of the production. But hopefully in the spring, we can have our spring production, which is 12 Dancing Royals, directed and written by Riley Gibbs and Quint Bossy. So tell me, Abigail, what is the musical that we kind of focused on this month in this broadcast?
The musical that we're kind of focusing this month is the musical Grease.
Grease. And so Riley decided Grease was going to be our focus. It's a fantastic show. High schools love it. And even though we didn't get to do it, we decided to have 2 performances by our students. Cooper Bartlett is singing words. Words are hard for Miss Grogan. Cooper Bartlett is singing Beauty School Dropout, and Emily Wilson is singing Hopelessly Devoted. We also have a monologue by our GSA scholar who got to be in GSA this summer, which is a program that only 1 in 100 kids in Kentucky get to be a part of, and she's going to perform her monologue from A Raisin in the Sun that was part of that production. I'm trying to think of other things. We interviewed the principal, right? Mm-hmm. Mr. Thornton, and then I think they interviewed me, right? And we've got some other really cool stuff. So we hope you stick around and watch it and see cool kids like Abigail and the rest of our students do theater the best they can in this really crazy time.
Your story is sad to tell. A teenage ne'er-do-well, most mixed up, non-delinquent on the block. Your future's so unclear now. What's left of your career now? Can't even get a trade-in on your smile. Da-dum, da-dum, da-da-da-da-dum, da-dum, da-dum. Beauty school dropout, no graduation day for you. Beauty school dropout, missed your midterms and flunked shampoo. Well, at least you could have taken time to wash and clean your clothes up after spending all that dough to have the doctor fix your nose up. Baby, get moving. Why keep your feeble hopes alive? What are you proving? You've got the dream, but not the drive. If you go for your diploma, you could join a steno pool, turn in your teasing comb, and go back to high school. Beauty school dropout, hanging around the corner store. Beauty school dropout, it's about time you knew the score. Well, they couldn't teach you anything. You think you're such a looker, but no customer would go to you unless you were a hooker. Baby, don't sweat it. You're not cut out to hold the job. Better forget it. Who wants their hair done by a slob? Now your bangs are curled, your lashes twirled, but still the world is cruel. Wipe off that angel face and go back to high school. Baby, don't blow it. Don't put my good advice to shame. Baby, you know it. Even dear Abby'd say the same. Now I've called the shot, get off the pot. I've really gotta fly. Gotta be going to that mulch up in the sky. Beauty school dropout. Go back to high school. Beauty school dropout. Go back to high school. Beauty school dropout. Go back to high school.
Hi everybody, my name is Riley Gibbs. I am a senior here at West Jessamine High School, and I am also the president of our Thespian Society. Just to give you all a little background so you don't think I'm just someone who just came in and had the position. I have been doing theater since I was in elementary school, and I have continued from elementary school to middle school, from middle school to high school, doing theater, and I have worked backstage, on the stage, production team, a little bit with TEC, not much though, but I have a little bit of taste in just about everything. So I want to welcome you all, and I wanted to explain to you all a little bit what Thespian Society means to us and just what it is in general. So Thespian Society is a place where all kids of theater or even newcomers can come to just experience what theater is like. Maybe they're not like 100% sure that they want to act, or maybe they're not 100% sure that they want to produce. So by joining Thespian Society, it gives you an opportunity to put your foot in the water, just to test things out, to see what it's going to be like. And we also expand a little bit on what theater is, because with the production, we're hardcore. We are learning our lines, we are doing blocking, we are doing dress rehearsals, etc. Where with Thespian Society, it's a little more loose. We aren't so like, we have a time frame of this has to be done now, we have a show, da-da-da-da-da. It's here's a script, look through it, maybe do a little monologue here and there, critique each other, and just kind of have fun. This isn't a super serious place, which is amazing, because right now we kind of need a little more fun than we do seriousness. Thespian Society is also a place where you become family with one another. It gives you someone to talk to throughout your day. It gives you someone who will listen to you. It gives you a place where you can listen to others and understand their past, and maybe what they want to do in life. So we are very close, and I'm very thankful to have been a part of theater for the last couple of years, but I'm very excited for what Thespian Society is going to bring to West Jessamine High School. One of my favorite things about theater is that we get to get up on that stage and we get to pretend like we are anybody but ourselves, but the funny thing is that we are being 100% ourselves while we're up there. We get to put on costumes and dresses like teapots and people from England and women who live in New York City, and we can just... There's no wrong answer here, which is amazing, that no matter what, your creativeness is always welcomed. So that's kind of what Thespian Society is to us. And this year I really wanted to push positivity just because of COVID. It's draining. COVID is extremely draining, and it's hard a lot of days to wake up and be like, all right, what do I have to look forward to? Wearing a mask, distancing from my best friends, not being able to give people hugs, etc. So I really wanted to push positivity and just perseverance throughout this entire year, but also even after this year, I want that to continue through Thespian Society. So I wanted to implement that like from the get-go, and all of us have done that. I'm very happy with how we have handled COVID so far, and I cannot wait to see what we continue to do with that. Because of COVID, we also have a lot more opportunities virtually, and it also forces us to step outside the box and think even more creatively. And as as people of theater, we are already extremely creative. So this gives us even more ideas, which just helps us in general. So this year I want to have fun, I want to make memories, and I want to create art for all to enjoy. No matter if you hate theater, whether you love sports, I want everybody to be able to enjoy this. And so hopefully in our broadcast or what we plan to do in the future, there will be something that all of you will enjoy. We're here to educate ourselves as well, not just to have fun and goof off. We're here to educate ourselves of all aspects of theater, because as I said, some people have never done this before. They don't know anything about it. So I want us to educate ourselves here, but also we do stuff in the community. So we're being educated about what's going on in the real world as well, and how we can help and how we can make a difference, even in the smallest way, which is also amazing. So I really hope that you all enjoy our broadcast. I hope that you enjoy what we are going to do in the future, and I hope that you all will continue to stay with us and just stick through this entire journey of what this year is going to look like. Thank you all for supporting us, and I hope that you all enjoy.
Hello, my name is Yoli Lewis, and I will be reading as Beneatha from A Raisin in the Sun. I know that's what you think, because you're still where I left off. You with all your talks and dreams about Africa. You still think you can patch up the world, cure the great sore of colonialism with the penicillins of independence. Independence, and then what? What about the crooks and the thieves and the just plain idiots who will come into power and steal and plunder, just like the same as before? Only now they'll be black and do it in the name of the new independence. What about them? Where does it end? An end to misery, to stupidity. Don't you see there isn't any real progress? There's only one large circle that we march in, around and around. All of us with our own little picture, our own little mirage of what we think is the future. Sagai, while I was sleeping in that bed over there, people came and they took the future right out of my hands. And nobody asked me. Nobody consulted me. They just went out and changed my life.
Hi, my name is Macy Brockman, and today I'm going to be telling you all about the musical Grease. Grease was written by Jim Jacobs and Warren Casey. Jim Jacobs was born October 7th, 1942. Warren Casey was born April 20th, 1935. When Grease closed in 1980, its 3,388 performance run was the longest in Broadway history. Grease held this title for 3 years until a chorus line passed them in 1983. It now holds the title of 16th longest running show. The show was popular in the West End, and it was turned into a film and had 2 successful revivals in both 1994 and 2007. Then in 2016, it was revived for a live filming. The musical is set in 1959 at fictional Rydell High School. Of course, every teen movie needs a hangout space, and in Grease, that place is a little malt shop called the Frosty Palace. You meet all kinds of characters in Grease, the 2 leads being Danny Zuko and Sandy Dombrowski. There's no true leader of the T-Birds, a clique at Rydell High, but if there was, it would be Danny Zuko. Danny is a guy who knows what he wants, and if he doesn't get it, he leaves. Sandy is Danny's love interest, and Sandy never truly becomes a pink lady, but she is at least considered an honorary one. Sandy is just a girl who falls in love with a boy at the beach, although he's not quite what he seems. Danny Zuko's T-Birds are a gang of greasers from Rydell High, and they include Kaniki, Doody, Sunny, and Putzie. The Pink Ladies, friends of Sandy, are a clique of greaser girls at Rydell High, and they include Rizzo, Frenchie, Marty, and Jan. When you look at the plot of the story, you see Sandy, your typical good girl, and she's that way until she meets Danny, one of the baddest boys around. They fall in love in a summer romance that would make even the coldest heart smile. Little did Sandy and Danny know that their summer romance would not end with summer. It would carry on through the school year while introducing the audience to such crazy characters as Kaneki and Rizzo. Though the story is not all fun and games, and it does have a happy ending. After all, they go together like Rama-Lama-Ding-a-Ding-a-Dong. Here I've included some photos of lower scale high school productions of the show, larger scale productions, the original movie released in 1971, and the Grease live reboot done in 2016. Finally, here are 2 clips that I've collected about Grease just for your viewing pleasure if you are interested.
Guess mine is not the first heartbroken. My eyes are not the first to cry. I'm not the first to know there's just no getting over you. No, I'm just a fool who's willing to sit around and wait for you. But baby, can't you see there's nothing else for me to do? I'm hopelessly devoted to you. But now there's nowhere to hide since you pushed my love aside. I'm out of my head, hopelessly devoted to you, hopelessly devoted to you, hopelessly devoted to you. My head is saying, fool, forget him. My heart is saying, don't let go. Hold on till the end, and that's what I intend to do. I'm hopelessly devoted to you. But now there's nowhere to hide since you pushed my love aside. I'm out of my head, I'm hopelessly devoted to you, hopelessly devoted to you, hopelessly devoted to you.
Hi, I'm Macy Brockman. I'm the Vice President of Thespian Society, and today I get to interview Miss Mary Grogan, our drama director for West Jessamine Theater. Hi, Miss Grogan.
Hi, Macy.
So, I have a few questions for you, and I'm very excited to hear your answers.
Okay, I'm a little nervous, but I got it. Okay.
So, I'm just going to jump right in.
Okay.
So, my first question is, what is one random memory that from our theater that has been impactful for you?
Impactful. There's been a lot in just the last 2.5 years I've been here. I would have to go with, I guess, everyone almost dying during Sound of Music. All the face mask pictures and
Those didn't age well.
all of us laying on the floor, and this was before COVID, right? So all of us laying on the floor, and Marissa's standing there, so I think of Marissa coming in trying to be Louisa, and she's like, I just came from the hospital, and 2 other people are in the hospital. And then the next year we do Odd Couple, and everyone has projectile vomiting and we have to cancel the show. So of course when COVID came around, I'm like, we're not doing this because we are the most unhealthy group. But I just have so many great memories, but those are seem bad in the moment. but later you laugh at them because you're like, oh, that happened. So this will be one of those, oh, so COVID happened our senior year of theater. So yeah, very true.
Okay, this one's kind of interesting. So if you had to pick a clique to be a part of outside of the theater in our school, like band kids, jocks, whatever, if you had to pick a different one, what would you pick?
Oh, that's an interesting one. I don't know. I really like show choir, but that's kind of cheating because all of you are in show choir. But I don't know. Our soccer girls are really cool. I have a lot of them in AP, and then several of them have done shows or come on over to us. So I think maybe, I would be a horrible soccer player, but I think maybe soccer. Maybe soccer.
Oh, this is an interesting question. If you had to pick a clique to be a part of outside of your theater kids in our school, what would you pick?
Okay, well, I would pick show choir, but that's kind of cheating because you all are in show choir, but I think it looks super fun with all the costumes and things. But I actually have two answers. I think I'd love to be part of yearbook with Miss Thornsberry because I did yearbook in high school and I love taking pictures and I love building the memories. But also soccer, because we've had soccer kids do our shows and they're fantastic, and Coach Wright is fantastic. And I have a lot at AP and I just feel like I vibe with them a little bit, even though I'd be horrible at soccer.
Fair enough. Okay, what has been your favorite role that you have ever played?
Me as an actor?
Yeah.
Oh goodness. I have not acted in a really, really long time. Probably my first role in 8th grade, because I acted from 8th grade to like 12th. No, like my sophomore year of college. But I played the guard of Emerald City and Uncle Henry in The Wizard of Oz. In 8th grade, I went to the audition on a dare just to skip class, and I cannot sing, and I got the role of a munchkin, but then I was at every rehearsal and the girl who played those two roles dropped and they put me in the part, and just like that's how I found theater. So I would not be here without that happy accident.
So what is your favorite part about being our director?
About being your guys' director, besides the tea, I learned what tea was when I came here. I had no idea what tea was until I came to West. I just love that it's like a family. My daughter looks at your all's pictures and she knows your names and she knows things about you, and I feel like it's a different relationship than I have with my class. I have a different, some of you all are in my class, it's just a different vibe than I get with my AP kids. We're kind of like a family. We eat lunch together, we eat dinner, we're here on the weekends. It's just I have a bunch of teenage girls that I hang out with, and boys, I guess. Yeah, the family environment, yeah.
So your last question is a little bit of a difficult one.
Okay.
So at the end of every show run, Ms. Grogan gives us notes on the performance, like be louder, cheat out, things like that. If you were to give one final note to your graduating seniors for this year, what would it be?
That's really hard because you guys were sophomores when I started working here, and Our Town was our first show together, and then we had all these great shows and experiences, and then COVID kind of cut that short, which is what we're doing here. And so I hope we have one last show together, but if not, if this was my last moment with you guys, I don't know, I would say one, you will always be Grogan's kids. Even when you grow up and you move on, and you always can call me or be there. Theater will be there for you, and I will be there for you, always. And then also, you cherish these memories. Even the bad ones turn out to be things you'll laugh about with your friends 20 years from now. And my best friend is from theater, and we were laughing this weekend about something that happened in high school. So even if it seems bad now, treasure each other and what's happening, because it goes so fast. And even in the bad, there's things that you will look back and laugh about. So enjoy this next 9 months, because even with COVID, it's still very special.
One thing we wanted to do with our broadcast was interview some of the people who make theater possible. For this month's broadcast, we wanted to interview Mr. Thornton, our principal here at West High. So the first question is, what does theater mean to you?
Theater to me means an escape. So when I go to see theater, or, well, I know it's not theater, like a movie, I want to go for 2 hours and get lost in whatever's going on and not have to worry about everything else that I have to deal with. I want to go there and be captured by whatever the story is.
What do you think theater means for your students?
I think for our students, it means engagement, and it's a passion. Not too many people, like most things, not too many people are involved in theater who don't want to be involved in theater, just like not too many people are put the time in band who don't really want to be in band. And so I think for our students, it means a way to connect and a way to explore something that they love.
If you could be one character in any movie, show, or musical you've seen, who would it be and why?
Wow, I could use a little lead time on this one. I don't know if I would say a specific character, but I do like superhero themed things, and even as a little boy, just kind of dreaming of having some sort of superpower that would allow me to do special things. So those have always been interesting to me.
Is there anything that you found out about in the past couple of years about theater that you didn't know before that you have found interesting or cool or weird?
Here's what I'll say. Again, like almost everything, it takes, people who are passionate about theater kind of are stereotypically one group of people, just like people who are passionate about athletics are kind of stereotypically one group of people. So that's not weird, but that's something that you kind of see like these kids are connected together because they are passionate about theater. And so I've learned to recognize students, not from viewing them, but just recognize that group who thinks that's passionate. I've also learned a lot about the work that goes into making things happen. A show, I've gotten to see more behind the scenes of shows, working with Ms. Grogan and Mr. Vanderpool, and then seeing the kids. It takes a lot more work than you may think just to put a show on that lasts for an hour and a half.
What was your favorite production that you've seen at West?
The Sound of Music. I really enjoyed The Sound of Music. Actually, I think we saw it twice, and so it was a great production and musical, and so we really enjoyed that one.
Is there anything about theater that you've been curious about that I can answer?
I don't think too much about theater. I do say that I enjoy going to see theater productions. We went for the senior trip last year on Broadway, and we saw King Kong. We saw, I was going to say Godzilla. We're going to do Godzilla.
Apparently I missed it, yeah.
King Kong, and I think it's not even running anymore. But even before Broadway shut down, I think that was canceled. But it was really good. Like it was, and so I've seen a few different productions that, and never disappointed. Very rarely would I go to the theater and think that was just a complete waste of time. It's really cool to see live action stuff. But yeah, that's kind of where I am on theater.
Okay, and then the last question is, do you think the students who aren't in theater are as impacted by theater compared to the students actually in theater?
No, I don't think they are. I think they can be impacted. I think they can see, and that's one of the things I do like about our theater program is that kids' friends show up to see them and support them. They might not even enjoy theater. That might not be their thing, but they go, and I think they're impacted by seeing the work that goes into that. And so, well, are they as impacted as much as the students who do it? I don't think so, but I think it does make a difference to them.
Hi, I'm Lionel Morton, and I'm a 9th grader here at WJHS, and I'm the fundraising chair this year. I'm super excited to be working with the WJHS Theater. As you know, times have been tough during COVID-19, especially for the theater community. I just wanted to remind you that our donation link stays permanent on our website and is linked down below. The smallest donations are appreciated and impactful to our theater, and we are very grateful to those who help support us. Thank you.
Theater to me means family,
healing,
friendship,
community,
Teamwork.
crazy memories,
Advantage. Openness.
Acceptance.
An escape.
Creativity.
Safety.
Support.
To me, theater means friendship because it's where I met most of my closest friends.
Passion. Strength.
Expression.
Hectic.
Dream team.
Hi everybody, I hope that you enjoyed the broadcast. Please follow us on all of our social medias, which should be in the drop box down below. There's also our link if you would like to donate. We would greatly appreciate it. I hope that you all will keep up with us because we will be putting one of these out every month. We are very excited for that, and they will all be different. They're not all just going to be this. They're going to be different, I promise. Again, thank you all so much. I hope that you enjoyed. And just a little tidbit for what we have in the future. Every year we have done a student-led production. If you've seen Rapunzel, if you've seen Hansel and Gretel, if you've seen Peter and Wendy, those are all student-led productions. And for those that don't know, student-led production is where one of the students up here gets to direct their own show. They are very qualified, they have had tons of experience, and it is one of the students' favorite shows throughout the year. And I have been very blessed this year to be the director of that show. And this year we are doing the 12 Dancing Royals, and I am so excited. Due to COVID, we have had to adjust things a little bit. So we were supposed to have it in the fall, like a couple weeks before Thanksgiving, but we have now moved it to the spring, hoping that it will give us a little more time because of COVID to see if things will get better. It's not going to be here in our auditorium unless things magically get like completely done, COVID's gone. But there will be a performance one way or another, whether that's virtually, whether that's outside. We are going to find some way to perform. So I hope that you all will stay connected with us so we can let you all know all more information on that. Again, thank you all so much. Have a great day.